Hey guys, how's it going? It's Zach, and in this video I'm going to be running through the fall shows that I am excited to come back and what I'm looking forward to that's brand new. Throughout the past few months, since it's been summer, TV's been a little bit slow for me. Sure, I have my Big Brother, my Survivor, my Amazing Race, but those shows don't give me the thrill and the action that I've been longing for since I left Crandall last April. Now that I'm back on campus and the fall premieres are going to be rolling out within the next few weeks, I can get back to the shows that I love to watch with friends, by myself, or talk about on the Twitter sphere or in the general social media community. The first show on my list is Once Upon a Time, coming back on September 25th. This has to be one of my favorite shows on television because it combines fairy tales with reality, and I'm pretty sure that's something that we all look forward to every once in a while. When we left off in season 5, Rumpelstiltskin had become the Dark One, yet again. The Evil Queen comes back, this time as a separate character from Regina, and an entirely new universe of fairy tales opens up that are not Disney related. This is going to give ABC a ton of room to play with for bringing in all of these different fairy tales. Like right before season 5 ended, they brought in Jekyll and Hyde, which is an awesome story in itself. I think this could go very well in the Once Upon a Time universe as a whole if they don't try to make pre-existing relationships between the non-Disney universe fairy tales with the Disney universe fairy tales. That would just be really weird. I don't think it's gonna fly with me, so it's probably not gonna fly with a lot of other people. Next up is the return of DC shows, starting with The Flash on October 4th. Season 3 looks incredible, as we had seen from the Flash Season 3 trailer that dropped a few months ago, and I'm really interested to see what all's going to happen. Since we know that the Flashpoint timeline from the comic book series is coming into the show, and Kid Flash will be introduced, I'm really looking forward to seeing how these different dynamics of characters are going to mesh with the universe that Barry already knows in his mind from his Earth, his timeline rather, and their unknowing of who he is. He seems to come out as the Flash at one point, and Iris even says, "We know each other as something else in your world, don't we?" I'm super excited for it. I hope you guys are super excited for it. But that is just the beginning of DC's massive explosive with their new seasons. For example, Arrow is coming back on October 5th, and from what we saw at the end of last season, the current Arrow team has divided. Diggle's gone off to the military again, Thea's Lord knows where, and Felicity is faithfully staying by Oliver's side to help train a new team of heroes that Oliver is somehow going to have time to disciple since he's also the mayor. The new big villain in the season is going to be coming in fairly early, so the developing Arrow Team 2.0 has someone to go up against, and the season doesn't get dry right off the bat. I'm really excited for it. Arrow has a bit of a darker tone than The Flash that I really like, but it's that contrast to what I like that I find interesting, to see how a vigilante can be just as much of a hero as someone with good intentions. Of course, vigilante means good intentions, but doing it their own way that may not particularly be smiled upon by the law. The third show in the DC lineup I am so excited for. We have Supergirl on October 10th. She is now on the CW with Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow, which offers a massive potential for a grandiose crossover series. But let's be honest, my main excitement is that Supergirl and Flash are going to be reunited. You know it's going to be happening. Fans have been wanting it since they had their first crossover last season. The rumors that popped up online a while back of Superman possibly being involved in Season 2 are now 100% confirmed, there is photo evidence of Supergirl teaming up with her more known cousin. And even though I'm not much of a Superman fan, I'm excited for it. Fans, again, have been wanting them to come together for a long time, ever since there were little Easter eggs in the first season of him sending messages to her online. That's going to be really cool to see both Kryptonians in the same place that I don't think has been seen before, like, ever. The continuing storyline for this season looks to be that Kara and the DEO are continuing their search for the Cadmus Project and her Earthfather, Jeremiah. I think that's going to be a really good base for the season, and continuing on, episode by episode, as Kara is facing different villains, there'll be more information on where Cadmus and Jeremiah are. That's going to keep viewers hooked and wanting to come back each week to find out if they do actually find him. Last but certainly not least for the returning shows that I'm so excited for is Legends of Tomorrow, coming back on October 13th. We know from the end of the last season that Rip Hunter and his team of legends was able to defeat the Time Masters, which kind of makes them the unofficial Guardians of Time. Then they get a surprise visit from Rex Tyler, a member of the Justice Society of America in the 1940s. From what I read online, a lot of the show will take place in the 40s and will include new characters like Stargirl, Citizen Steel, Commander Steel, and Vixen. We are also introduced to Obsidian, the big villain for the season, whose powers include manipulating dark energy and shadows. I really like this concept of gathering a group of heroes together that aren't the main focus, like Arrow and Flash and Superman, Batman. It's the lesser heroes that people want to focus on, the underdogs, wanting to see them come out on top when they don't always get the recognition that they deserve. There are dark times, there are light times, serious stuff, goofy stuff, and it's entertaining to see a group of people you wouldn't really see come together, how they mesh and work together as what will hopefully become, at one point or another, a coherent team. Those are all the returning shows that I'm really looking forward to and have been craving this summer. But the one series that I cannot wait for that will actually be dropping on Netflix on September 30th is Luke Cage. I didn't know who Luke Cage was before watching the Jessica Jones series, but after I did, I wanted to see more of that guy. We only got a tiny little sliver of what he's able to do, and the trailer that dropped at Comic-Con this year definitely gave us a broader spectrum of what we can look forward to in this new series. The music playing in the background, coupled with the cinematic shots of him walking and using his powers by deflecting bullets and wrapping that steel bar around one of the bad guys, that was really cool to see, and I want more of that. I really hope that I can make this an entire binge day so I can be caught up with what everyone is talking about online, and of course just to see the series in its whole instead of having to watch one episode, take a break, and then get back to the next episode whenever I have time because university life is so busy. Those are all the returning shows and one new series that I'm really looking forward to watching this fall and throughout the year. I know there are a lot more returning shows in various other genres, like Doctor Who, so if you guys have a suggestion for a show that I should tune in on, please leave it down in the comments. I'll be down there talking with you all. I want to see more television shows throughout my year at Crandall as I'm going through my studies, and really just to help me relax and wind down because university life can be super stressful. It's definitely going to be hard watching all of the new shows that are going to be coming out, but I really want to put some more on my list so I have a broader spectrum of things to watch instead of just the stuff that I always tune into. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit the like button, share this video around with your friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to be notified of all of my latest videos and help me to grow the Zack Tech community encouraging people to embrace what they are truly passionate for and not letting people discourage them from expressing that to the world. If you guys want to check out my previous video in this Let's Geek About It series or on the ZakAttack channel in general, feel free to check out the links down in the description. I'll also have a number of them up in the eye in the sky, so you can go check those out. And I will see you all, hopefully most of you, in my next video. Live to be different and be who you were made to be. In the description, I'll also have the wow. I'm slurring. I'm slurring. I don't want to slur.